Yeah, so today I want to talk about Christianity in the age of the COVID virus, right? Christian claims in the age of the COVID virus. It's my opinion that after this pandemic passes, we should not hear from Christians anymore about what their God can do and the power of their God, and then how he helped them find a job or find their car keys or get a house or whatever claim they're making about this guy. Because they're making these claims based upon what the Christian leaders have told them that this God is capable of. And most of them got religion when they were kids, before they had critical thinking skills. A lot of us at the same time simultaneously believed in Santa Claus and Jesus, the Tooth Fairy and Jesus, the Boogeyman and Jesus. And the reason why is because we did not, at that age, develop a strong mental immune system, which for another way to describe that is critical thinking skills. We could believe ridiculous things because we were children. But as adults, you should be able to prove what it is that you believe, not just believe it. I can see you being a believer as a child, but as an adult, if you can't prove what you believe, you should be letting it go, because you cannot prove it. Believing is for make-believe. That's why it's called make-believe. Kids believe stuff. They make believe. They get their teacup, they pour some tea in it, and then give you a cup, and then you take it and you drink some of it, and that's belief. It's called make-believe, right? But as an adult, you should be able to look at that cup. If you can't stick your finger in that tea and you can't stir it around and drink it and feel it go down your throat, you should stop saying that there's tea in the cup, right? Same with Christianity, okay? They've been making these claims that this God character has power, and they'll get really slippery when it's convenient. They'll say that he has power to affect the things of this world. And then he has power in the world that we go to after we leave this world. And they'll say that he has power. Whenever they can make that claim and it makes their God come out shining, they'll make it, right? So let's say, for instance, those 9 people that were shot in that church in South Carolina were miraculously, the bullets went through them, sealed up. They got the man at the end and they made him pray to Jesus and he became saved and everybody lived. We would not hear the end of that. The power of God, right? We wouldn't hear the end of it. You would have video after video. It would be recorded throughout all of Christian history about this example that God, his power to save on earth was real. But since the 9 people who this weapon formed against them prospered on, we hear nothing. Or we hear excuses. Either this God is protecting and intervening, or he's not. Either you are attributing things that look like God to a God when it's in your favor, or this God is actually doing something, and he's picking and choosing which instances to intervene on. So say, for instance, you pray to God for the job that you want and you get it. He did that. But them Christians in there praying that this man didn't blow Big Mama's brains out, and the pastor, God didn't do that, right? Or you can go back as far as slavery. You had the Christian slave master praying to keep black people enslaved, and then you had the Christian slaves praying to be free. But yet generation after generation after generation, if God is answering the prayers of the Christians, he was answering the prayers of the white slave master Christian to keep them enslaved. Because I don't know if you know it or not, but we were, as a people, were in slavery far longer than we've been out of slavery, right? So what happened there, right? So in the COVID virus era, which I believe this is going to be an era. This ain't going to be no 2 weeks, right? People are dying. The churches have been telling us, when they get your emotions riled up, that those emotions that you're feeling are the Holy Ghost. And this Holy Ghost has power. He has power to heal. They've called on this Holy Ghost. They've performed on stages, fixing people. And I saw one where some baby was supposed to be sleeping. They babbled a bunch of stuff and the baby popped back up alive or whatever. Why can't you do that now? Why can't you guys, whichever one, the good pastors, the ones you call the fake pastors, whoever, whichever one, the best ones you got, why can't they go to New York right now and do what they've been doing on TV, right? Why can't they go and lay hands on the sick the way the Bible says that they can do? Go lay hands on these people that's sweating that COVID virus out and see if the Holy Ghost is going to help you, or is hand sanitizer made from man, from the science of this world that you guys say you are not a part of, right? Tell me which one would you trust in? Would you rather spray water that's been prayed over and made into holy water? Or would you rather spray this scientific hand sanitizer, because we discovered germs and whatnot through science? Would you rather spray that on your hands? Or and if you say that you want to use hand sanitizer, or if you say that if you get sick, you want to go to a hospital and avail yourself of the medicine of man, science, the sciences of this world, then you have to, at least in your quiet time, admit that you've been lying, right? Because if your God is not sufficient, stop telling us he is, okay? Stop it. Stop lying, right? And if you believe this stuff, we should not find a one Christian in a one hospital bed taking up the space from the rest of us, all right? They should ban all Christians. Go to their Facebook pages. If they've been talking that stuff, fine. You believe it, cool. You don't get a bed in this hospital because you have Jesus. These people here don't have Jesus. So since you have an invisible magic man that can affect stuff at this world, he can give you a job and this and that. If you're in line with him, and his will be done, you will be saved, right? We need to keep these beds for the people who don't have the magic man and who want the help of one another, the solutions that we have come up with as a human species to help ourselves, right? Everybody cannot avail themselves of that. We don't have enough space. So if you have Jesus, okay, you guys pile up in the churches and let the Holy Ghost move through it and heal you guys, all right? And don't go taking up these beds, because that's hoarding. You got the help from Jesus and you're going to take the help from man. That's hoarding and it's unfair. So if you see a problem with that, then stop lying. All right, we shouldn't hear from y'all no more. I don't want to hear from the T.D. Jakeses, the Joel Osteens, Creflo Dollar, Kenneth Copeland, none of y'all, all right? Because it's getting to the point now where, it almost needs to be like a real confrontation and a showdown, all right? Because you guys have been lying, and all time spent, chasing a lie means time away from tracing the truth. You don't have, so in other words, us as a people could be coming up with solutions, but you're spending time on your knees, babbling out to space to something that may or may not exist, but there's no evidence, especially now, that it does, right? But if that's going to be your solution, then at least be a person of principle and stick with that solution and don't take up resources from ours. I just get sick of this, you know what I'm saying? And it's just time that we stop letting these people continue to blow smoke up our asses the way they've been doing and collecting a check, because I bet you all these, well, I won't even get into that, but it's just frustrating. It's irritating. This is out of love. I'm not trying to spread anger. I'm just saying that right now is not the time to be playing make-believe. You know it. We know it. You're not relying on the Lord right now, okay, to provide sustenance. You're snatching toilet paper off the shelves like the rest of us. You're ready to go to the hospital like the rest of us. You're using hand sanitizer and Lysol like the rest of us. You can't pray the germs away. You can't pray the virus away. It's been proven your God is ineffective on the COVID virus. Admit it and stop it.